Hello friends, welcome to my channel DevOps All in One. In my last tutorial, we have learned about how to install Nexus on Ubuntu operating system on Google Cloud. So this is the Nexus server VM instance that we have created in last tutorial, and we can see that this is the Nexus dashboard. Similarly, we have installed the Jenkins on this JCP. This is also installed on one of the operating system, that is Ubuntu, and you can see the Jenkins dashboard here. So today we are going to see how to integrate Jenkins with Sonatype Nexus 3. So for that we need some prerequisites. The first requisite is you have Nexus installed on your machine. So yes, we have installed Nexus. Second point is you have Jenkins installed on your machine. So that is also installed. Second thing is you need a plugin called Nexus Platform that to be installed on your Jenkins. So let's install that. So this is my Jenkins. Let me log in. Okay. So to install the plugin, we have to go to Manage Jenkins, Manage Plugins, and in the available section, you have to search for Nexus Platform. But I already installed, so it will be available in the installed section. So for you, you have to go to available and search for Nexus Platform plugin. So if I'm search here, Nexus Platform, so I can see Nexus Platform plugin already installed on my Jenkins. So similarly, you have to install that, and once you install that, your prerequisites is completed. Now we can go with the execution steps. So first step is you need to configure the Nexus server details in the Jenkins. So once you install this plugin, you have to go to the Jenkins dashboard, then go to Manage Jenkins section and go to Configure Systems. Here you have to check for the Sonatype Nexus configuration, and here you go. Here you can see Sonatype Nexus. Okay, so this is the step that will become in front of you. Add Nexus repository manager server. Okay, once you click on this, as we have already installed the Nexus repository manager 3 version and not the 2 version. So you just have to select this 3 server. So this type of screen will come. So I will again show you how to configure. So in the display name, you can write as a Nexus. Server ID, you can give anything, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, and server URL. This server URL is nothing but your Nexus server URL. So you can see this. So up to 8081, this is the address of your Nexus server. So you just have to paste that address here. So http colon double slash, and then this is nothing but the external IP. I mean the address of your sorry, Ubuntu operating system, and 8081 is a default port for Nexus. Then you have to add the credentials. So for credential, you have to go to add Jenkins, and then here you have to add credentials for the Nexus. Remember how we have sign in and we have provided the credentials So to check that thing, you have to go to my previous tutorial on how to install the Nexus on Ubuntu. There you will see the credentials. So you just have to write down those credentials here. Okay, like this, and then you have to add. But I already added the credentials, so I'm just canceling it, and I'm just going to select the Nexus, this thing. Okay. Then you have to test your connection. So before testing this connection, I just want you guys to just check whether the Jenkins is having the JDK version 1.8 or not, because this Nexus 3 is only supporting the JDK 1.8. Okay, so once you're testing your connection, you can see this Nexus repository manager 3.x connection is succeeded. Okay, so likewise you need to fill out the Nexus server details in the configurations section. So as I already filled that thing, so I'm just deleting this duplicate, and this is the configuration. I'm just going to apply, save. Now second step is create a job with Freestyle project. So let's create one job. Go to new atom, and then we will see like Nexus job. Okay, I'm just selecting the Freestyle project, click on OK, give some description just like continuous delivery and Nexus upload job. Then just go below and go to the source code management, select the Git. Now you have to place the repository URL of your project. So I have created a project in the GitHub. You can see Cool D Sachin, that is my repository in the GitHub, and Jenkins GitHub demo is the project. So if you have to use the same, then you can fork this repository. Once you fork, then this repository will be available in your account. So I'm just going to copy this clone repository URL and placing it here. Okay, now again we have to add a credential for GitHub. So similar way which we have created for Nexus, you have to create here as well. So I have already created, and I'm just selecting the GitHub credentials. Branch will be master only. Then you have to go to the build step. In the build step, first we have to write a shell command for to build and package this application, as this application is a Maven application because the pom.xml is there. Okay, and this application is nothing but a pure Maven web application. Okay, so I'm just going to write a command mvn package. Okay, once you select mvn package, then you have to again add step Nexus repository manager publisher. This will only come when you install the Nexus platform plugin. So once I click this, then I have to fill up some information. So Nexus instance will be Nexus. This Nexus is nothing but the name of the Nexus server, which we have given previously in the configure system. So that will automatically come once you fill that details. Then Nexus repository. So I will be selecting Maven releases. Okay. Maven releases is nothing but this is coming from here. So Maven releases and Maven snapshot. These are the two repositories. Hosted repositories will come. Okay. So as this project belongs to the Maven, so it will be allowing us to see this Maven releases and Maven snapshot. If you want to create one more repository from here, then you can do that also. Here you have to go in the settings and then repository, and here you have to create a repository. Okay, so we have to select Maven hosted, Maven to hosted. Once you select that, I am just going to say my repo. This is my repository. Okay, now permissive blob default, let it be everything as it is, and then create a repository. Okay, so you can see my repo under Maven tool repository, and if I'm just going to check that, I have to refresh this again, reload. So everything wiped out. Okay, so let's check again, git, then we have to select the repository. Let's copy this, Nexus, Control V, then credentials. You have to give the GitHub credentials here, and then you have to go to build step. Again, choose the execute shell, ambient package. Then again we have to select a step, build step for Nexus, and that will be Nexus repository manager publisher. Select the instance Nexus, and in Nexus repository now this my repo will come. Okay, so I'm just selecting this my repo. Now this is the tag. So remember guys, the tag is only applicable for licensed version of Nexus, as we have installed the Nexus OSS. That is a free version of Nexus used for practicing. So this tag will not be allowed here. Okay, so leave it as it is, and then we have to select the add package, Maven package. Okay, here you have to write the group, artifact, version, packaging, everything. So how to check this? So for that, just go to the pom.xml. This is your pom.xml. It is asking for group, so you have to give this group ID of your project. Control V, then artifact. This is the artifact ID, project RND, copy and paste it. Then version you can give, just like for now here you can see 1.1, but this is not the first time you will be uploading the Nexus. And whenever the build gets triggered and you want a new version of the WAR file to be uploaded to Nexus, then we can dynamically make it. So 1 point, then we will add dollar and build number. So if the build number is first, then 1.1 will be the version. If the second build will triggered, then 1.2, third, then 1.3. Likewise, this dynamically the war file will be created. Okay, and packaging will be the war file is the packaging. Now you have to give the artifact path. That means the Jenkins will build and package your application. So it will place that war file in some application, right? So you have to give the path of that Maven artifact. Okay, so file path will be so file path will be the war file location of your Jenkins. So this is the path of Jenkins machine, like the Ubuntu machine where the Jenkins is installed. Okay, so once Jenkins job will be triggered, then this is not the project name. The project name will be Nexus job. I will tell you how to get this complete path. Okay, so once you add the Maven artifact, so var slash lib slash Jenkins, this is the home of Jenkins in the Ubuntu server. Once you execute this Nexus job application, then workspace will be created, and inside workspace this project name will be created. Okay, Nexus job, inside that the project and the war file will be present in the target folder. Okay, so let's apply and save and just build now. So let's go to the console output, control init. Here you can see building in workspace, var slash lib slash Jenkins slash workspace slash Nexus job. Okay, so if you go below, it is testing application, building your application, and you can see this assembling the web app. Okay, so this is the path that we have given: var lib Jenkins workspace Nexus job project target and then project IGI 1.1. Okay, so this is build is successful, and then the last step is uploading Maven asset with group ID, the group ID which you have given, then artifact ID, then version and packaging. Successfully uploaded the Maven assets, finishing is successful. And if you want to check that, then you have to go click on this, browse, go to Maven repo, my repo. Here you can see com ci Jenkins project R&D 1.1 jar. This is project R&D 1.1.var. Okay, this is the path of your war file. So let's again trigger second job. So just to check the build, the war file version is changing or not. So let's go to the console output again. See, this is the second build, and we have given the version dynamic, right? 1.build number. So the 0.2 is nothing but this 2 is nothing but the build number. So likewise you can trigger as many as build, and as once you are done with your versioning, then dynamically you can generate your war files. And let's check here as well. Browse my repo. C 1.2, 1.2.jar file. So this way you can upload your artifacts onto the Nexus repository manager. So I hope you like my videos. So if you like the video, then please hit the like button. If you want to have the more video updates, then please subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching this video. Thank you guys.